Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Luce, and on this week's video we are going to be talking about my August TBR. First of all, can we just take a minute, because how insane is it that we are in August? Where is time going this year? I do not know. That is kind of terrifying. But I am also really excited because we are heading towards autumn, and I'm not one to like rush time. I'm loving summer. I'm loving my summer reads, all that kind of stuff. But I am an autumn girly to my core. And so as the autumn months are starting to approach, I am in my natural habitat. Inside, I'm screaming with excitement. I'm bringing back the TBR cards this month, and I'm excited and nervous. If you've been here a while for these videos, you know I tend to pick around 9 books for my TBR. One of those is already pre-chosen by my book club over on Fable, so I already know what one of the books is going to be. The second book is one of the 12 creators picks, so we'll pull out a little option from the jar, and then the other 7 remaining choices will be from our trusty TBR cards. Now I am gonna try and make sure that I don't have any of the same cards from last time, just because I want to keep things fresh. Okay, we've got the cards, I've got a coffee, grab yourselves a drink, let's get cozy, and let's see what the cards have got in store for us for August. Okay, you know the drill. Let's give these a shuffle and do a secret pick. I do have the most books I think I've ever had on my TBR currently. Actually, I wonder how many I actually do have. Let me have a quick count. I have got 53 books on my physical TBR. 53. Oof. Let me just give you a quick overview of the 53 that are on the list. It's quite the stack. I know it's not as many as some people. I know some people have got hundreds, but I know it's also a lot more than most people. 53 is a lot for me. We need to get that number down. We need to get that number down. I've got to stick with my TBR this month. I really have to. Last month I did the majority. Every month I'd kind of do the majority of them, but it would be amazing this month if I could read every single 9 on the list. That would be so good. We'd be down to the 40s then, and I'd be a very happy girl. Anyway, I digress. We're shuffling. Let's put them like that. This one is calling to me. Let you guys see first. A book with morally grey characters. Ooh, I like this card. I like this card a lot. Let me see what options we have got for this. What a great first pick. Okay, so a book with morally grey characters. I have got quite a few options actually, but the ones that are calling to me most is God of War, which is the final book in the Legacy of God series currently. It's about as morally grey as it gets. In fact, it's probably morally black. And this is about Eli and Ava, and I've heard mixed things about this one. I feel as though this could be the perfect pick for that option. Or the other book I'm thinking of is A Shadow in the Ember by JLA. Now, this literally says, Sarah has always known what she is: chosen, consort, assassin, weapon, a spectre, never fully formed yet drenched in blood, a monster until the primal of death's unexpected words and deeds chase away the darkness gathering inside her. Sounds like he could be morally grey, I'm thinking. The primal of death. I feel as though it doesn't get more morally grey than that, right? This is my own interpretation anyway, but I think I'm gonna go for this for a book with morally grey characters, because I'm kind of hoping that there might be some more options where this comes up. And also it's time that I finish off this series. I think I want to see what happens. I want to see how I find this. I do know that the reason why some people don't like this is because it has the amnesia trope in it. She wakes up in a hospital bed with no memory of the last 2 years, and she's somehow married to Eli. And so it's like, huh? How has this happened? She hated him. What's going on? I don't know how I'm going to find it. I don't really have that much of a strong opinion on the amnesia trope. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. So I will be interested to see how I deal with that, and whether it bothers me and irritates me or whether it's actually fine. And I didn't really have any dark romance in July, and I missed it, so we need a little dark romance option on the list, and it's going to be this. So this is our first pick for August. Let's shuffle the cards again. I think I'm going to go for this one on the end. The newest book on your shelf. Oh, okay. This actually works perfect. I have the perfect option for this, and it actually ties in perfectly because, hold on, let me get the book first. I am part of Laura's family and friends book club, but the book that ended up getting chosen for our next book club was The Exorcism of Fairies. And so naturally, I went and purchased it straight away. So this is the most recent book on my TBR, which also is the perfect tie-in for Laura's book club. And I could not be more excited about this. Apparently, it's supposed to be quite macabre. It's supposed to be quite gothic, and it's supposed to be quite dark. And when you read the back, I've not read anything like this on the back. So it says, it's quite a mouthful, so you have to bear with me, but it says, tick, flick, tick. The clock keeps time with the candle until they all get sick. She's the daughter of morticians studying botany at Trinity College in Dublin. He is a professor of morbid anatomy, and the Fae are possessing the good people of Dublin with Flora. Tick, flick, tick. The clock keeps time with the candle until they all get sick. Wax slides down the gilded stick, and the Fae invade with bramble. Love. Already I'm like, oof. That sounds so good. It's supposed to be dark academia romance, and it's supposed to be like a little bit of a twist on folklore as well, I think. I'm really, really excited. So JL Lamper also has written Autumn of the Grimoire, which has been on my TBR for a while, but I've just never gotten around to it. So this is going to be my first taste of her writing, and I could not be more excited. It sounds dark, it sounds delicious, and I have got good feelings about this. It's also got some really pretty art in this paperback too. Oh, look at this. I love stuff like this. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Oh, already I just feel like this is going to be me coded entirely. I've got good thoughts and feelings about this. So that's our next pick for August. I don't know what it is about using the TBR cards, but they always tend to pick out some absolute belters. I don't want to speak too soon. I've only chosen 2 books, but so far those 2 books have got me all levels of excited. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Give these a shuffle. What is going to be our third pick? Ooh. What's this one saying? Is it the right way around? I don't think it is. A book with a map. This I can do. Let me see what we've got that fits this category. I feel like I will have a lot of books that have got a map. Okay, the option that I've actually gone for, so this actually blows my mind, the concept of this. It's Of Flame and Fury by Michaela Bridge. The concept of this is Phoenix racing. So it's supposed to be like F1, but fantasy. Sorry, what? Is that a joke? Is that an actual joke? And also, look at how pretty this edition is. Absolutely gorgeous. On the island of Sendor, Phoenix racing is the most profitable but also deadly. And this follows our Phoenix tamer, Kellen. She is then forced to team up with a rider that she cannot stand, naturally. And as her resentment towards him starts to grow into something else entirely, she also uncovers this deadly plot that is lurking beneath the surface. And the story proceeds from there, and I'm like, Phoenix racing? But let me show you the map, because obviously that was the reason why I chose this. The map looks like that. The Republic of Salta. So this is our pick for a book with a map. Next up, we have got, I'm gonna go for you. Wrong way. A book with werewolves. Ooh, now you're asking. A book with werewolves. I don't know if I have any books with werewolves in. It's a sad day out here. I do not have any books on my physical TBR with werewolves in, so we're gonna have to reshuffle. Okay, let's give them a shake. A shake? I've lost the plot. Let's give them a shuffle and see what we've got. I am gonna go for you. Upside down. Damn it. A book with a 1-word title. Okay. I got one. The book I'm going to pick is Revolve by Balcabra. One word book title. This is the gorgeous proof I have for this. Loved book 1, loved book 2 even more, and I'm excited about book 3. She's obviously a figure skater and he's an ice hockey player, and it says on the top he's a wild card, she's a pro, and together they're a perfect match. Yeah, so this is going straight on the TBR. We've got 4 books, 3 more left to choose. Please let them be good. What's it gonna be? What is it gonna be? I don't know why I'm holding these so awkward either. Why am I doing that? Let's go this. Upside down again. A dark academia book. Yeah, speaking my language, obviously. Oh, I think I hold that thought. Do you know what? I don't have a lot of choice. It's a book that I've been putting off, and it's just because it's been ages since I've read it. I enjoyed book 1. It was good. Wasn't my favorite book I've ever read, so I haven't been like massively eager to pick up book 2, especially because it's been quite a long time since I read book 1. Okay, we are gonna pick up Veil of Dreams by C.N. Crawford. And one of the primary reasons why is because I just flicked to the start, and I love it when books do this so much, but it's got a refresher of what happens in book 1. So I'm like, perfect. Book 1 doesn't need to be fresh in my mind because it's fresh at the start of here. So, do you know what? Let's get this off my physical TBR. Let's get it read. I actually think from the back of this that this could potentially be better than the first book. And so I'm like, do you know what? I need to give it a chance. I need to give it the chance that it deserves. It's going on the TBR for August. I'm going to try and read it and hold myself accountable and get this TBR down. This is the reason why it ends up getting so long, is because I have book 2s of different series set on my shelf that it's just been too long, and I'm like, Luce, terrible trait, make it stop. So we're gonna make it stop. The last 2 coming in hot. Let's finish on a real strong note, shall we? I'm gonna try this. A Book with Dragons. Oh man. Oh no. There's only one book that I have on my TBR that's got dragons in. And I really don't want to read it because I'm absolutely intimidated as hell by this series. I'm actually quite scared. But I feel as though this is the perfect ease into this world. You're gonna be like, Luce, what is that? Now, this is a proof for Among the Burning Flowers by Samantha Shannon, and it comes out in September. But this is the prequel to Priory of the Orange Tree. Now, you can read this before you read the Priory of the Orange Tree series, and the Priory of the Orange Tree absolutely is the most intimidated book I've ever seen. I don't know why, I've heard incredible things, but oh my good God, does it intimidate me to no end. But this is like a little novella. It's only short, and it literally says at the beginning here, it says perfect? It says perfect for devoted fans, or as your first journey into this epic world. Among the Burning Flowers leads readers through the gripping and tragic events that paved the way for the opening of the million-copy bestseller, The Priory of the Orange Tree. It's got dragons in. Hello. So, I'm gonna add this to my TBR. That's 2 books I'm nervous to read now. But good also, needed. Yeah, let's do this. I'm excited to share my thoughts with you guys because I feel as though I know quite a lot of people that are intimidated by this series, but I do know it's supposed to be amazing. Obviously, with it being a proof, I can't really share too many of my thoughts because I have to keep my cards close to my chest until it's released. Don't want to spoil anything for anybody, obviously. But how gorgeous is this proof? It says, the fire beneath must rage above, all must burn from shore to shore. It's giving Game of Thrones, actually. It's giving House of Dragon. So let's just dive in. Let's see. How many pages is this? Just over 200. Yeah. And there's a oh no. Oh, I was just about to say there's a glossary. It's fine, there's a glossary. It says glossary to come. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yep, not like I needed a glossary or anything. Okay, stop putting it off, we're doing it. We're bloody doing it. Okay, final chance. Please, can we pick a book that I'm excited to read? I beg you. Okay, let's go for this one. You've got to be good, surely. That's upside down. A book with a magical school or college. Okay. Oh, I actually have the perfect book. Okay, now this is also a proof, and it was a black and white proof. You could paint the cover, and when I went to the event, it was like, we're all gonna paint the covers together, so I couldn't not paint the cover. And I really wish I didn't paint the cover because I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed, but we're not gonna talk about it. The book that actually fits this perfectly is Seven Deadly Thorns by Amber Hamilton. And this, I believe, a fellow student of Vanderburg Academy. And I think this is supposed to be, I actually know nothing about this, but I've heard really good things. A devastating enemies to lovers romantasy. I am the darkness, my magic destroys. So I think the gist of this is that our female main character has got magic, but in the kingdom where she resides, magic is forbidden. And if you are found to have magic, then the punishment is... But then the queen finds out about her secret, so she sends the royal assassin. And so he's given a tattoo with 7 deadly thorns on it. Each thorn represents the days he has to complete his task. So he's got 7 days, 7 thorns on the tattoo. And if he doesn't complete the task within the 7 days, he is the one that will die. Okay. But somehow they end up working together, faking an engagement, and they both have things the other needs. And they uncover secrets, sinister threats, and this irresistible attraction to one another. And the story proceeds from there. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited to read this one. That is the final book for the TBR cards. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we've got 7. And then I'm going to tell you about the other 2 on my list. The next book that I have got to pick is going to be from the 12 Creators Challenge that I've been working my way throughout the year. We have got 5 books left in this little jar to choose from. Slim pickings. It's slim pickings. Let's see what's gonna be this month's choice. Blood and Steel. Why can't I think of what that is? Blood and Steel. What is that? Blood and Steel. Wait, is that series by... Oh, this is Gabrielle's pick. Gabrielle, if you're watching this, you'll be absolutely over the moon. It's finally your time to shine. Every month she's messaged me being like, seriously, when is my book gonna get chosen? It's finally having its moment. I'm excited. Heard really good things about this, and it's been a series I've been wanting to start for a while, even though my mind just completely blanked out, and I was like, Blood and Steel, what is that? Why couldn't I picture it? Apparently the FMC in this is supposed to be like super strong, amazing. I know a lot of people that really, really like her, and she carries this series really well apparently. So the concept of this is so exciting and interesting to me. So our female main character in this, her death has already been foretold, and so she has 3 years to become what she's always dreamed of becoming, which is a warrior. However, in this world, women are forbidden to use blades. They're not allowed to use them under any circumstances. So she's been training her whole life in secret. It's giving badass energy already, and I am here for it. But with the clock ticking, she is desperate to secure her place. The elite guild, which is charged with the protection of the 5 kingdoms. All around them, schemes are afoot, darkness looms, you know the vibes. So the question is, will she pass initiation, or will the invading evil snatch her away before she can materialize her dreams and become the warrior she's always been destined to be? That is the real question. So that is what we are in store for with Blood and Steel. I feel like it's going to be so me coded. I can't wait. I really, really can't wait for this one. And the final book that I'm going to be reading with my book club over on Fable is Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. And I am super excited, but also a little bit nervous for this, because I put off The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue for the longest time, and I loved it. I really, really did love it, and I enjoyed it. But I know that V.E. Schwab's books, they take time. They are like a slow burn. You have to trust the process, and you have to really just indulge and enjoy her writing and the beauty of the story that she creates and the time that she takes to create and tell said stories. So I know that this is supposed to be about toxic lesbian vampires. That's the whole gist of this. I think this is around the 500 page mark, I think. Also, how gorgeous is this Fairy Loot edition of Bury Our Bones? Gorgeous. Let me just show you the naked hardcover as well whilst we're here, because yeah, this is the character art. She's a beauty. And then the naked hardcover. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This is supposed to be a really rich and detailed story with a real focus on characters and their development and how their relationships play out and all that kind of stuff. So like I said, I will be reading this with my book club Paper Dreams over on Fable. You are more than welcome to join. I would absolutely love to have you there, and I can't wait to see how we all find this and what we think. I'm nervous but excited, and I'm hoping for a really good experience. I really truly am. I really want to annotate it, but this is just too pretty. I will not be touching a page of this in terms of annotation, because that's the difficult thing when you have a special edition. I want this to just remain absolutely entirely perfect. But that wraps up our August TBR nicely. This is what the lineup is looking like. These are the 9 books that are going to be front and center of the books that I reach for this month. I think we've got a really good mix of all different kinds of things depending on my mood, which definitely appeals to me because, believe it or not, I am a huge mood reader. That is me to my core, so having like a set out structured TBR I do sometimes struggle with. But then I also think if I was just to go with my mood reading impulses, I'd never get my physical TBR down. So it's really important that I try and stick to this, because if we can get through some of these, I'll be really happy. I also really enjoy using the TBR cards because I feel like they always pick out books that I would never willingly choose sometimes. Like 2 of those, Veil of Dreams and Among the Burning Flowers, are definitely prime examples of books I probably wouldn't have chosen this month. But I'm excited to challenge myself and to see how I find books that I'm maybe a little bit reluctant to read, because sometimes they can take you by surprise, and those are the best kind of reads of all. But that is everything for this week's video. Thank you so much as always for joining me, and I'll see you guys at the next one.